Attorney General Jeff Sessions saying earlier the administration really doesn't want, nor does it have any interest in, separating families. Take a listen.
We do not want to separate children from their parents. We do not want adults to bring children into this country unlawfully either, placing those children at risk. This country is dedicated to caring for those children.
All right, the former chief of staff for Paul Ryan, Dave Hoppe. We've got the Washington Free Beacon writer, Liz Harrington, and the former D.C. Democratic Party chair, Scott Bolden. You know, Liz, one of the first things that came to mind today is the fact that this got anteed up because Laura Bush spoke out in this column today that this has got to be addressed. There's got to be a zero-tolerance policy like this is cruel. Melania Trump, of all people, kind of agreeing that they've got to do something. Bill Clinton saying these children shouldn't, be a negotiating tool. But here we are. So what's next?
Right. This isn't really anything new. This is policies and rules and procedures for when people cross the border. These have been in place for a long time. The only thing different is the Trump administration has this novel idea that, hey, we're going to enforce the laws we have on the books. We're going to enforce immigration policy. Exactly. And so they're being tough on it because they don't want to incentivize more people to come illegally. And DHS Secretary Nielsen said, if you are truly seeking asylum, come legally, come to the ports of entry, and we'll see what we can do for you. But otherwise, they're just trying to incentivize people not to cross illegally, not to break the law.
So that is the goal.
Completely different from what
I hear you, but Dave, the reaction you get is we have not used children in the past to force that law. Now, there are distinctions here where we had drug mules using kids or underage kids to get stuff into this country, and we had to separate who was in that camp versus who legitimately was seeking asylum or had relatives seeking asylum. So a little bit of a different case of the Obama administration, but that this is the first administration that took this law to a new level. What do you think?
The policy, Neil, before was, okay, you come up and you've got kids, come on in, and we hope you come back later to figure everything out. That didn't work. It really wasn't good for the kids. It wasn't good for others. They should have a legal way of getting people in. And that's what the administration was trying to do. Having said that, we have to look at a change in the law because clearly kids are not the ones to be punished here. But you ought to have some sort of family detention. I know it's going to cost some money, but we have to do something. We have to solve our border problem. And right now, taking some kids away from their parents, or in some cases we don't even know if they really are their parents, is still not the right thing to do. And there ought to be some way to have a family detention policy here to keep the people there so you can make a good determination of whether they deserve asylum or not.
You know, that's been the cynical view that a lot of Republicans have expressed, Scott, that Democrats are making a big deal of this, even though most of these separations are brief, just to make and score a point in election year. What do you say?
Well, I think it's this is an American issue. It's not a political issue. And let's be real clear here. 100% enforcement, zero tolerance is a big policy change. And practically, it makes no sense because it taxes an overburdened immigration system already. Secondly, this is a political decision by the Trump administration to leverage the Democrats and those who disagree with him to get a broader reformation immigration
I
bill.
I understand what you're saying, but was it different in the past when we had treated whole families and given them a court, getting a slip of paper? All of you come back at a given time, let's say a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. Now, I'm just saying, whether they're with their kids or without their kids, very few come back, right?
Well, they will eventually come back, depending on a lot of different circumstances.
Actually,
but
they don't. Fewer than 2% do. So I don't know where the other 98% go, but I doubt in most cases back to Mexico.
I'm not going to defend an imperfect immigration policy, but discretion is the call for the day when it comes to enforcement. And what you have here is this 100% policy is about law enforcement or about criminals and charging them with misdemeanors, right? Then you have a system that is overtaxed, and then you have these optics and images of these kids being taken away. you say for a short period of time. Any period of time makes no sense. And under the Obama administration, you did have some homes or house arrest type circumstances where the parents and the kids were in place. Again, they exercised a lot of discretion, but here there is no discretion. It's law and order, and that's a bad policy when you have kids being taken one with each other,
Liz,
and it's a bad policy when you have them.
To his point, are looking at this and saying there's got to be a better way, and right now they're taking it out on the party in power and saying it's the president's fault, Republicans' fault for being too aggressive. That seems how to be playing out in the school of public opinion here. What do you think?
Well, look, I think if they want to have a fight over immigration, Trump's going to welcome it because this has been one of his central issues. It's why he won in 2016. And look, he should say, take it to Congress, that they need to fix it because they do. This has been a problem for decades and decades, and it hasn't worked.
I think both sides are incapable of doing that.
You know how you stop people from coming is the wall.
I know, but for whatever reason, and Dave, maybe you know more than I do. You've been in the weeds in this stuff and fought many a battle. They're incapable of just finding some middle ground on this. If there is middle ground, where would it be had?
Well, I think that the bill that they're may consider this week, is a place where there is middle ground. The politics of this right now is that the Democrats don't want to build a wall, and President Trump does. There ought to be, if you look at the agreement that was made on appropriations, everybody got more money than they could have ever wanted. So there's money out there.
Right,
where do we put it? How do we focus the attention here? And right now, some of this has to be put into protecting our borders. And you can't just have a policy which says, come on in, we'll see if we can find you later. That cannot work. That's not protecting your borders. But we have to be sensitive to families. And that's why I say we may have to put some of this money into some family detention so that we can keep the people together. Because you don't want to take children away from their mothers or their fathers. That's just not a right thing to do.
But Neil, here's the deal also.
Sure.
Trump drives this negative narrative. And I say that because he could have the discretion to pick up the phone and say, let's not separate them, figure out something else. The optics are killing me. But secondly, and most importanly, we don't know where Donald Trump, he hasn't because we still see the images. But here's the other thing, too. He could, the Dems and the Republicans have brought him. Hold on one second. I'm not defending Obama. What I'm saying is this. You want a deal on immigration, then we've brought him, Democrats and Republicans, have brought him 3 separate bills that he said initially that he would sign and then decided not to sign them. So we don't know whether Trump's going to sign or not on whatever we bring them, quite frankly. So here's a deal. Here's a solution. Pass a DACA bill, period. Pass the children not being taken from the parents, period, right? The reason they won't do that, GOP and the president won't do that, is because if he does that, he loses all leverage, right?
No, because
here's the politics.
You will never get protection of our borders. The Democrats will not protect our borders.
Stop it.
And that is
the Democrats and the Republicans won't protect the border. My goodness, stop it. That's just wrong.
Stop it to infinity.
That's not.
All of you. I can't deal with this. All right, guys, seriously, I'm just kidding. But this is why we can't solve a problem, because it always becomes politicized. No great insight on my part, but we see things through the prism of our bias. And I keep saying this on the show. You people probably get very tired of hearing it. Republicans aren't saints. Democrats aren't saints. Nor is the president a villain, nor are Democrats a villain. There's more common ground here than you know, but they can't find the common ground that's closer than you think. And I'm going to punish both sides and send them to bed without supper. I can't do that, but you can.